وهؤلاء نأتي بكتب السلف، نأتي بالقرآن، نأتي بالسنة، نأتي بكتب البخاري ومسلم وأبو داود والترمذي والنسائي وما ألفه أحمد وما ألف غيره، نأتي بها. ومن هو على طريق هؤلاء ومن ينابذهم ويخالفهم؟
العبادة مبنية على أمرين عظيمين. Worship is based on two great matters. هما, they are al-muhabbatu wa ta'zim. We took this, and this is why he was quoting it. Love and recognition of the greatness of Allah. Love and recognition of the greatness of Allah. An-natij anhuma. That which is result of these two. The result of these two is what? Ar-raqba wa-rahba, of fear and hope. If you really have love for Allah Ta'ala, and you really recognize His greatness, which is the two bases of worship, then what will come from them, those two basics or fundamentals of worship, those two pillars of worship, if you will, what will come from that is fear and hope. The dalil, innahum kanu, talking about the prophets and messengers, verily they were, yusari'una fil khayrat, rushing to do good. They're not like us, lazy. Yusari'una fil khayrat, rushing. You want to say, وَسَابِقُوا إِلَى مَغْفِرَةٍ مِنْ رَبِّكُمْ, you rush to the forgiveness of your Lord. They were doing that. يُسَارِعُونَ فِي الْخَيْرَاتِ وَصَارِعُوا, when ayah says, وَيَدْعُونَنَا رَغَبًا وَرَحَبًا, and they called upon us in a state of hope and in a state of fear. They were able to do that because their worship was based upon those two pillars: love of Allah and recognition of His greatness, a feeling of His greatness, an understanding of His greatness, which that is probably one of the hardest words to translate, at-ta'zim, because it means the azama of Allah, the greatness of Allah, and it's a realization of that. It enters into the heart, and it's upon the limbs, causes the hair to stand up, right? Causes the heart to become lenient and easy and soft. Right? It has, as it says, those who truly believe in Allah, those who, when Allah is mentioned, they feel a shaking in their hearts. Right? They feel a shaking in their heart. And so this is that raqba and the rahba is there. فَالْبِ muhabba, with love, تَكُنْ raqba, there will be hope. The more you love Allah, the more you hope in Him. The more you away from him that which is good and that which is beautiful and that which is nice and that which is sound. Raghba. The more you desire to meet Him, to see His face, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wa bit-ta'zim, recognition of His greatness, takunu rahba wal khawf. You have fear. You're in a state of awe. You're in a state of fear. وَلِهَذَا, because of this, His ibadah is based upon these two matters. What are the two matters? Al-muhabbatu, love, wa ta'zim, recognition of His greatness. What comes from that if you have it? Fear and hope. Because of that, ibadah is awamir wa nawahi, orders and commands and things that Allah has forbidden and prohibited. That's ibadah is that. Ibadah is all of that. And it contains, as they say, fi'l al-ma'mur, doing what you have been ordered, wa tark al-mahdhur, leaving what you've been forbidden. Wa awamir mabniyan ala raqbah, the orders are based upon hope. Wa talab al-wusul al-amir, and a desire to reach and to become close to the one who commanded, meaning Allah. وَنَوَاهِي مَبْنِيًا عَلَى تَعْذِيبٍ, and the prohibited matters are based upon recognition of the greatness of Allah. وَرَحْبَ, a fear, مِنْ هَذَا الْعَظِيمِ, from this great one. فَإِذَا أَحْبَبْتَ اللَّهَ عَزَّ وَجَلَّ, if you love Allah عَزَّ وَجَلَّ, وَرَغَبْتَ فِي مَا عِنْدَهُ, you want and desire and hope for that which is with Him. وَرَغَبْتَ فِي وُصُولِ إِلَيْهِ, and you want to become near to Him. I say it like that rather than say to reach him, because I don't want no Sufi thoughts coming back to brothers' minds. Say, oh yeah, that's what we used to learn Tanzania, man. Getting back to these Johnny days. Hassan Sisi. وَتَلَبْتُ الطَّرِيقَ الْمُوصُولِ إِلَيْهِ. Then you look for the path that leads to him. وَقُمْتُ بِتَاعَتِهِ عَلَى وَجْهِ الْأَكْمَالِ. And then you establish and you carry out obediences in the most perfect way. عَلَى وَجْهِ الْأَكْمَالِ, in the most perfect way. This is what? If you love Allah Ta'ala. And if you recognize the greatness of Allah, and it's upon your heart about the greatness of Allah, خفت منه, you fear him. وَكُلَّمَا هَمَّمْتَ بِالْمَعْصِيَةِ, and every time you intend or have an ideal or just a thought or a whisper of committing a sin, it's just arta. You feel the greatness of Allah Ta'ala, the greatness of the Khaliq. فَنَفَرْتَ, and you run from it. You run from commitment. You shake, you're frightened, you're disturbed, you're perplexed. Huh? As it says in Surah Yusuf, وَلَكَدْ حَمَّتْ بِهِ وَحَمَّ بِهَا. She desired him and intended him and thought about him, and he desired her and intended her and thought about her. لَوْلَا أَنْ رَأَى بُرْحَانَ رَبِّهِ. If it was not that he did not see the evidences of his Lord. كَذَلِكَ لِنَصْرِفَ عَنْهُ السُّوءَ وَالْفَحْشَاءَ. It is similar to this, or this is the manner in which we move from him evil and lewdness and inequity. So the use of verse 24. فَهَذِهِ مِنْ نِعْمَةِ اللَّهِ. This is of the blessing of Allah alayk, upon you, that if you desire or want, or it has been whispered, it has a whispering in your heart for a sin, وَجَدْتَ اللَّهَ أَمَامِكَ, you find Allah in front of you, and you fear him, and you have shame, so you stay far away from sinning, because you worship Allah رَغْبَةً وَرَحْبَةً, with fear and with hope. With fear and with hope. You see that once this thing becomes more than a conversation piece, once it becomes more than mental gymnastics, more than kalam, when it becomes a reality in our lives, what Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah and Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Uthaymeen rahimahumullah are saying or have said and stated will be a reality. And our hum here, yeah, that's right, will be based upon what we experience, not based upon what we think.